I don't know about like much else. Haven't painted a lot, but I need to.
Why the change in atmosphere?
I don't know. I think I needed it, but it feels. I don't know. It feels right that I did that.
Okay.
Because I don't know. I felt like I was stuck in like a rut for a while. So
Just little changes.
yeah, little changes.
That.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that was a big thing. Nope. Nope. There we go. All right. We're professionals.
We know how to podcast.
Yeah.
Speaking of, welcome to the podcast.
Yeah. Hey, it's been a while.
February 28th.
Oof. Yeah. So almost had a month break. So
More than a month.
yeah, I know.
It's almost 6 weeks.
Yeah. But we're back.
Here we are.
Hey, here we are.
Crisp.
Yeah, that was a good one. Anyways, what's new with you? I think a lot of stuff is newer with you, except for me and my routine.
I mean, life goes on, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Things happen. The most exciting thing that happened since the last time we had a podcast is I got some creative Pokemon cards.
That's right.
Yeah. Super exciting for me. Not that any of them are super expensive or anything. But
What's the most expensive one you got?
most expensive one I got back?
Yeah, it would be the Charizard, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's always Charizard.
The non full art.
4 of the 5 of these are Charizard. Right?
Yeah, I noticed that. Oh, it is the full art one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Charizard D here. I'm gonna put it on your camera
That's fine.
because mine's really far away.
I got it. That guy right there.
Yep.
Yep.
9.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Also the highest rated of the cards I got back, which is really cool.
It is weird though that some of those other ones didn't get as high a grade, honestly. Because I looked at some of them. Like, I don't know anything about grading, obviously, but
I mean,
it
it looks better, it gets a higher grade, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but like they look fine to me,
This is the one that was super disappointing.
Yeah, that one right there.
Part of it's see-through because part of it's green.
It's rainbow.
But that's fine. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, you're right. It's part of it's green. I do see a little warping on this one, though.
We are professional.
We are professional. I see some warping like right here.
Yeah.
I did notice that.
Yeah.
That's probably why I got a 5.5.
That's a low grade.
I don't know. I can see it though. That's the thing. So
Yeah,
that's probably why.
I hear you.
I mean, I think probably comic book grading is just as hard if I were to take a guess.
It's harsher.
Probably harsher, yeah.
No, it is. It's through these guys anyway.
Yeah.
Through their grading system.
Mm-hmm.
Not that they tell you everything because they want to keep stuff trade secrets or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more to just the 1 through 10 scale in comic books.
Oh, I imagine so.
Once you get past, I think once you get past 9, you get
Mm-hmm.
every 10. So it's 9.1, 9.2,
Yeah.
9. All the way up.
So they got a grade. Think of it this way: if it's a single issue, which they only probably do single issues, I don't imagine they do trade paperbacks.
Mhm.
But it's 30 pages you have to inspect, front and back. A lot of those were printed on the same type of paper that they printed phone book paper on.
Oh god.
So it's that kind of paper originally.
Yeah.
Especially if we're talking like pre 1990.
Yeah.
Now it's all like that kind of like probably almost the same material as these cards, not cardboard,
Mm-hmm.
but
like a card stock.
cards. Yeah, probably card stock. But no, I actually
It's probably thinner.
the QR code thing we got together,
Mhm.
that would probably be more like it. Yeah. I'd say that's probably more on par with it. So they're a little bit more durable. But they're all shiny too. That's all. It's all
super glossy.
Yeah, super glossy, not matte at all. Whereas they were originally matte because of that paper. But
Were they ever printed on something as shitty like newspaper?
I can imagine so. Yeah, probably when they originally printed them back in the 30s.
Having something like that would grade well would be.
Yeah, it's probably near impossible. Yeah, I was gonna say even some of those Action Comic ones that are gradable but not expensive. I mean, they're still expensive, but like those are still probably using that type of paper that I was talking about earlier. I don't think they use newspaper paper for that. You wouldn't find anything that's still.
No.
I mean, like tangible. I imagine at that. It's like papyrus. Oh, there's the first one. It's like papyrus. Old enough that it is. If it hits oxygen, it just disintegrates. So, but you gonna pull papaya now?
I'm just curious. Papaya paper.
Oh, papaya paper.
Oh, apparently there's papaya paper towels. Oh, that's a real thing.
Huh. Evan wasn't wrong. Look at that, guys. Where can we get some? That's not Florida.
Papaya paper, 26 by 20. Papersource.com.
Hey, look at that. And it doesn't look like a papaya.
Maybe it's just papaya colored.
Maybe? It's just not that expensive. It's only $1.50 for what?
6 sheets.
6 sheets? Oh, yeah, 26 by 20. That's
A
even...
big sheet.
That is a big sheet, yeah. To say your standard's what? It's 11 by 9? Yeah.
The fuck are we talking about?
I don't know what we're talking about this week. We're just going on a tangent this week. I didn't prepare any notes again.
Quick question.
Yeah.
What the fuck did you just make me watch?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, like the rest of the internet, we finally are going to talk about the Snyder Cut.
We're late to this party.
Yeah, we're definitely late to this party. We're about, 3 or 4 weeks late to this one. But I made Sean watch, because he hasn't watched the whole thing, and he's not... getting Sean to do something specifically that's not Pokemon related for 4.5 hours... Well, 4 hours and 2 minutes, excuse me, is probably near impossible.
It's definitely challenging.
Yeah. So I at least made him watch the last 15 minutes of it, which is the nightmare scene. And I don't think he liked it very much.
It's like a bad cutscene from a video game.
I don't know. I watched the whole thing. Sure. I watched the whole thing the first night. And then I watched it again in pieces, like couple-hour pieces, and I am of the general consensus. I think like the most of the internet is that it's way better for sure than what Josh Whedon, the Whedon cut, whatever you want to call it, put out, because that movie was like, I remember even seeing it in theaters and trying to put some kind of tangible hope into it, but like even I couldn't do it. It was bad.
And I know you're not the best at math, but I'm gonna hit you with one real quick. What is 0 times 1,000?
0 times 0.
Yeah, that's about how good this Snyder Cut seems.
You didn't watch it. That's the problem.
I said seems, not is.
Okay, it is better. Trust me. Now there are definitely. I this is my personal opinion, so I think it is far better. So like Rotten Tomatoes. Regular standard reviews, like the people who work for them, gave it like a 75, but then audience review gave it a 95 or something like that. Yeah,
that's just because people haven't seen movies in years.
That's true. Yeah, it does feel like years since we've gotten like a new good movie.
Recency bias.
Yeah. But I watched it. I would definitely give it a 90 for sure. There was a lot of stuff. Now
An A?
I'd give it an A. Yeah. There are some stuff in it that is kind of fluff. Like I could see it getting cut out, but also like I'm all for like Zack Snyder wanted to put out his full movie. Like that's fine, because he got majorly screwed over in my opinion, because they wouldn't let him do his series that he wanted to do. He wanted to break that into 3 movies. Right. And then he had a death in his family. And then the studio basically took over, and Josh Whedon reshot a lot of stuff and rewrote a lot of stuff, and apparently was a racist on set.
Wait, what?
Yeah. According to Ray Fisher, the guy who plays Cyborg. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate.
Yeah, we shouldn't get into that.
Nope. But Josh Whedon doesn't seem like a good dude, so.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But I do think this movie was way better. There was, like I said, definitely stuff that could have been cut out. You could have condensed it to like a 3-hour movie. Especially considering it was... What did I read? It was it's 24 minutes of the movie slow-mo.
That's so gross.
Yeah. A lot of it is unnecessary. The only necessary stuff would be anything the Flash does, I'd say.
Yeah, right before the scene you made me watch, there's the scene with Deathstroke.
Yeah.
And like
his walking up is
he's
slow-mo.
just going up some stairs.
Yeah.
There's nothing dramatic about it.
It was supposed to be like the dramatic reveal of the new like cinematic Deathstroke. And I know. That was gonna be a big thing in the next Batman movie that was gonna be made with Ben Affleck. The movie he was gonna direct and write was that he was gonna fight Deathstroke, but then Ben Affleck dropped out of the directing role, and then Matt Reeves took over, and then Ben Affleck just dumped out of it altogether because the Justice League took a shit, which I don't blame him. Yeah. So then that Matt Reeves movie turned into what we're getting, the Robert Pattinson Batman, which looks phenomenal. I'm totally okay with them doing like other movies outside of the main DCEU.
Yeah.
There's no reason they can't. There's no reason that Disney can't do something similar to that.
It's fucking comic books, man.
I know exactly. They directly referenced the multiverse in this Snyder Cut movie, which you didn't see, but
that reference is at the end.
Yeah, it is at the end. Yeah, we see alternate timelines. That's true. But even Darkseid says,
Even the Joker, he said,
"How many timelines have you?" Yeah. That whole monologue was pretty good in my opinion. I'm not a huge Jared Leto Joker fan because I don't know. Suicide Squad kind of ruined that for me.
He was better in that scene than
Yeah.
all of Suicide Squad.
Yeah, for sure. I think a lot of it is because he wasn't method acting for that.
Fair.
Zack Snyder shot that scene in his backyard in like 2 days. He wasn't allowed to shoot anything new for the movie. So he basically shot all that with his own money, with green screen, bringing the actors in. And he really wanted to have, because they had made that Joker to be the Joker for that Batman, and they were never going to have a scene together. So Snyder was like, "Nah, we should definitely do something."
That's
and
fair.
we got that scene, which I think is great. I went into that not knowing they were doing something like that, and then I get a text message from Devin saying that the epilogue is like the best part of the movie, even though the movie was still pretty good. The movie had a lot of really good scenes that got redone. Not really redone. They were the original cuts. So we're seeing the original cuts. And then that last 15 minutes.
The redo first.
Yeah, we saw the redo first, exactly. Like, man, that cut is garbage. There's too many jokes where they don't land, and they're trying to make Batman funny. He's not supposed to be funny. He makes one joke in the Snyder Cut, and it's perfect.
Sure, I mean, give him a quip every now and again.
Yeah. And that's what it was. It was a quip. It was when they were coming down the elevator into the Batcave, and he's introducing everybody to Alfred. And he goes, "Alfred, this is everybody. I work for Alfred."
Yeah, that's funny.
Instead of saying Alfred works for me, I work for Alfred. That's funny. That's the only joke he tells the whole movie, and it's fine.
It's a joke, but it's not like super a joke.
No,
because he does kind of feel that way.
Yeah, exactly. I think that Alfred is more like a partner type deal.
Yeah.
That Alfred's kind of like if you took Oracle and Alfred and put him into one role. I've been replaying the Arkham Knight, so
Got it.
Yeah. I don't know why. I just wanted to play Batman. I was like, okay, well, we'll just replay this. That game came out 5 years ago now.
Jeez.
That's what I said. I looked at my last save. It was in 2016. I was like, Jesus Christ.
These games are good.
Those games are good. But the Flash was funny, and he wasn't like forced funny, because in the Whedon cut he was like forced funny. He's like talking about, he's like, "What is brunch? I don't understand it." Like, what?
He was the only worthwhile character in the Whedon cut.
Yeah, and he wasn't even that good in that, to be honest with you.
No.
This he's way better because they give him more motivation. But not only that, but they show his powers better. We do get a mini Flashpoint at one point in the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't see it because you didn't watch it.
No.
But at the very end,
I've seen Flashpoint.
You've seen Flashpoint, yeah. So you know what the Flashpoint is. For those who don't know, it's when Barry Allen reverses time. A Flashpoint in general is when he just reverses time, but the Flashpoint paradox is the comic in the movie. Anyways, there's a part where Cyborg has to separate the 3 mother boxes from creating the Unity, which would then destroy the world. Well, he doesn't. Flash doesn't make it there in time to help Cyborg.
Right.
And it happens. But Barry, right as it happens, goes into the Speed Force, and he sees the destruction, and he's able to, with each step going forward into the Speed Force, reverse time. And it's a really cool scene. And it's kind of showing Barry as like he's more confident, because in the last movie he's like, "I don't know what to do. I've never done battle."
Yeah.
And Batman's just like, "Just save one." I'm like,
yeah,
what? Whereas this, he's definitely more confident. He knows how to use his abilities, because there's a part where, again, it got cut out of the original, but put back in, where there was a bunch of debris gonna crush some people, and Flash is like, instead of grabbing the people and pulling them away, because that would probably kill you in real life.
Sure.
It's
a lot of acceleration.
It's a lot of acceleration and deceleration at one time. He just goes and like moves all the debris around instead, and moves it away from them instead of it falling on top of them, which would make more sense.
A little.
Yeah, a little. Yeah. So there was that. yeah. It was an overall better movie. The scene where Darkseid fights the Amazons was better because he wasn't like all showboaty about it and didn't look like a weird puff. I guess I don't know what else you want to call him. He actually looked like a monster.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. He in the comics looks like a human.
Okay.
Like if we were to pull up a picture of him real quick.
Hugh Darkseid.
No, not Darkseid. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say Darkseid. Steppenwolf. Excuse me. Just type in Steppenwolf New 52. That'd be probably your best bet. Yeah. He looks like a regular dude.
Yeah, I mean,
big
as much as one can.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Go to the third picture and yeah, that'd be a good example of him. Or the second picture, I guess. Yeah. Darkseid definitely doesn't look like a human. But I do like this kind of look that they did end up going with for the Snyder Cut, where he's like all spikes and
is this
armor.
It?
Yeah, that's it. That's the Snyder Cut, what he was supposed to look like, and then of course they fucked it up.
It's better in the comic.
It's definitely better than the comic. It's more menacing.
No, it's better in the comic.
Oh yeah, it's better in the comic. It makes more sense in that. Because most of the people that live in Apocalypse look like humans, except for Darkseid. He's the only one that doesn't look like a human. That was pretty cool too. We got to see a lot of other characters from the New Gods, like Desaad, which is like Darkseid's right hand man, and another character called Granny Goodness.
Somebody said we get much more Cyborg.
Yeah, we get like 90% more Cyborg.
That might be worthwhile.
Yeah, it actually is. It's pretty cool because in the Whedon cut, he's more like just this depressed dude.
Garbage.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. He's more like this depressed dude. He's got a little bit of daddy issues, and then it's all fine.
Right.
In this, he's depressed because his mom died with him. He died. His father tried to save him, and he became a monster in his opinion.
Right.
But his dad tries to tell him, like, look, you're this, I don't want to say creature, but you're this person now who can manipulate anything computer related. He's like, your brain is the biggest CPU in the world. And they actually show it, like, he's able to access every CCTV camera in the world, right? And he's able to access world financial records and shit like that.
The man just is the internet.
The man is the internet. Yeah, exactly.
With no passwords.
Yeah, exactly. He is literally able to, like, there was this in that scene.
That's a good ass power.
What, manipulate the internet?
Just being the internet.
Yeah, being the internet. Yeah, I guess it is because there was a scene that they showed where he's entering a bank and it shows all these different stacks of money and like names and bank accounts and stuff like that. And there's just one woman who's like struggling. She's got like this much money, and he comes up and he just goes, gave her a lot more money, and so he's able to help people in that kind of way by giving her more money, that kind of thing, and that kind of highlights like why he's a good dude, but also more like he becomes more confident. Then he's reflects back more about who he was before, because a lot of people don't know who Cyborg is. As Victor Stone, he was a college athlete, and they show what happened. Why he was in that accident and how his dad was never around. That kind of thing, and they showed how he was created, which is pretty cool because they showed it, I guess, I don't know if they showed it with the Whedon cut. They showed it definitely in BVS. It was one of those files that Bruce stole from LexCorp. Yeah. It was, pretty much the same thing. It was made from a mother box, essentially.
Right.
But
yeah, you don't get very much of that in the Teen Titans, so I'm glad we got it. Which is all most people know of. Cyborg.
Yeah, Cyborg from the Teen Titans. He really isn't a Teen Titan anymore. He was one of the founding members of the Justice League now, which that does coincide with the comics. He's one of the founding members. And in the DC animated universe, because there's two separate movie verses, I guess. He's also the same thing. He's one of the founding members of the Justice League.
In both verses?
Yeah, the animated universe a lot of people liked more.
Yeah, it's good.
It's pretty good, yeah.
I haven't seen all of them. But...
I got the chance to finally watch the last ones, and it's pretty dark. Like,
I have all of them ready to watch.
Yeah, they're all on HBO Max.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I watched the Justice League Dark for other reasons, not just because it was good, but I was trying to do some research into a character.
Okay.
For another reason we'll talk about. We'll bring that up in a minute.
Totally.
But I watched that, and then like the Justice League Darkseid War, which was a good comic series, but they just used the name for the movie.
Totally different thing.
Oh, totally different thing. It was definitely different from what the comic series was, and that's the end movie of that universe.
Okay.
And at the end, they're able to defeat Darkseid and all that, but Darkseid had already like siphoned off a lot of the Earth's core. So, if that happens, the Earth's going to stop rotating. So, Constantine's like, he's like, mate, you got to do it. And he grabs Barry Allen. And he goes, you got to make another Flashpoint, mate. So Barry Allen has to go and make another Flashpoint, that was the first movie in the animated universe.
Okay.
Yeah, because that first Flashpoint reversed everything. So that's how the New 52 came around in the comic series is there was the Flashpoint paradox, and then DC basically went, boom, here's this new lineup. They started over. Fresh. Yep. So
that's cool.
It is a really cool way that they rebooted their universe. It made a lot of people pissed off, though, because it reset a lot of the numbers. So, like, Action Comics, issue, whatever number. It reset a lot of that stuff. So
who fuck cares?
Some people care.
Goddamn nerds.
I know.
My issues.
Yeah, I know. It's still good. I like the New 52 stuff. I like the Rebirth stuff a little better because it was another like soft reboot. Because that New 52 Superman was kind of brutal. He wasn't like the status quo Superman.
No, a little less high and mighty.
Yeah, a little less high and mighty. More like I will kill people, that kind of thing. But not all the time.
Some people deserve it.
Some people deserve it. Yeah. They brought back the Superman Prime though, which is kind of like the one that was killed during the Superman Doomsday and came back during the reign of Superman, and he's the status quo one.
All over
yeah, trust me, he's the regular Superman.
Okay, I believe you.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I?
I don't know.
I do.
Okay.
I love you.
Oh, love me too. Anyways, yeah, so we can get off of that topic. I liked it. Sean didn't, so there we go. But Sean didn't also watch it.
Yeah, that's not fair to say.
Yeah.
I did not like it. I just
didn't watch it.
I refused to commit the time.
I did like, we actually got to see something that we'll probably never see again, which is Darkseid's Omega Beams in a movie.
Okay.
I don't know if you know what that is, but that's like,
nope.
Superman has got his laser vision.
Sure.
Darkseid's Omega Beams are his laser vision. But
out of his mouth?
No, they come out of his eyes.
Boo.
But like instead of it being like a straight line, it's like a zigzag.
Okay.
So you don't see it coming.
Okay.
Yeah, that kind of thing. We got to see it and what it does to people, and it literally just turns you into a skeleton. So
straight up, huh?
Straight up, yeah.
Like from point of impact or all at once?
From point of impact. No, I take that back. So the person that they did it to was Willem Dafoe's character, because Willem Dafoe's in this movie.
Okay.
He plays a character named Volko, something like that. It's Aquaman's like mentor, okay. And Darkseid is fighting Aquaman, and he stabs him with his trident. Mm-hmm. He stabs Aquaman with Aquaman's own trident, and then uses the Omega Beams to kill Volkov, and he hits him in the chest. He's like, oh, and then he explodes
from the chest.
Yeah,
huh.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
All right.
Yeah, but yeah, I liked it.
I may.
You should.
I might.
Yeah, you should.
Maybe.
Do it in parts.
Yeah, I'd have to.
Yeah.
I can't sit through a fucking Lord of the Rings movie, let alone this thing.
Yeah. That's like my favorite thing to do is just like watch the extended versions of Lord of the Rings.
God, I couldn't even turn an extended cut on.
Oh, I love extended cuts.
The regular cut's 3.5 hours. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, I just like Lord of the Rings, but it's funny. I'm the guy who says loves Lord of the Rings, but I can't, and I've tried so hard to read The Fellowship. It's so hard for me. I'm just one of those people. It's like, oh my god, I'm halfway through the book and they haven't even made it to Bree yet, and that's like the first hour of the movie. I
mean, that's how movies are compared to books, I guess.
I know, but
it's not that massive a book, which is funny because it totally contradicts what I was just saying about how long the movie is.
I know it's not that big of a book, which is the sad part because I just powered through this whole series that were each 60 hours long. So I don't know. I just can't. Maybe it's the narrator too. I think the narrator doesn't help. You gotta have a good narrator.
Definitely.
Yeah. So
for an 80-hour commitment, yeah, you better have a good narrator.
Yeah, at least
you know who's a good narrator?
Who?
Not to cut you off.
No, it's okay.
You.
Me?
You should just read it.
Oh, but I'm not good with words.
I'll figure it out.
That when you hit me with that math problem, like I was afraid I was gonna get that wrong.
I'm glad you didn't.
I said papaya when I meant papyrus. I mean, come on, I wouldn't be a great narrator. I can improv, but
I would listen to you read me a book.
Would you?
Totally.
I feel like I'd stumble a lot.
That's fine.
That just makes me, right?
I'd even let you pick the book.
Oh.
Or something.
I'd have to stop and be like, Sean, what is this word? Anyways, yeah, no, I finished Stormlight Archive finally since we last talked.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, such a great series. Well, it's not over. There's going to be 6 more books.
You're caught up.
I'm caught up, yes.
How often do those release?
The first one came out, I think, in like early 2010, and the last one came out recently.
How many books are there?
4 so far. The next one comes out in the next 2 years.
It's not awful.
No.
It's not great.
No.
It's not awful.
Brandon Sanderson, he can pump out some books because he's making like the 8th or 9th Mistborn book now. Then he's working on something else, and then he's putting out the next Stormlight Archive.
I could hardly, at my peak, read 2 books at once. This man is writing multiple series.
I know, yeah, and not only that, but each series has their own magic system, and they're like all like rule oriented, and they all stick to the rules, and like so like and Stormlight Archive, there isn't really magic per se, but there are these things called spren. The closest approximation I can kind of explain it is they're kind of like little fey creatures.
Okay.
To put it in our perspective as D&D nerds. But they're tied to another plane of existence, kind of like the Fae. But if you bond with specific spren, you get powers. I won't say what causes it or why it's happening, because everybody should read this book. These books changed my life. I'm not even kidding. It's a long story, but that you get special powers depending on what kind of spren you bond with.
Okay.
And like they're called the people who bond with them, they're called Radiants.
Sure.
And there's 10 groups of Radiants.
So there's 10 different sets of powers.
Yep, 10 different sets of
abilities. Rules. Help.
Oh my god, I'm gonna fuck this up. Devin should have been here for this because he can explain it better than I can. Each order of Radiant has 2 powers.
Okay.
And every it goes in a circle. So if you start here with the Bondsmith, which is the I guess that would be the first, or no, not the Bondsmith. I guess it'd be the Windrunners. Their powers are adhesion and gravitation.
Those are just.
So that's
just nature.
Right. So you can adhere things to like a wall. Like you could stick people to a wall.
Okay.
And then you can do the opposite. Not really the opposite, but you can manipulate gravity, so they could fly. Is essentially it.
Handy powers.
The next radiant over, the next sect would be the Skybreakers. They have gravitation and.
Some overlap.
Yeah, there's overlap between each. Each one. I think it's the ability to. I can't remember what it's called, but I think they can break things down to a molecular level. Like touch this chair and it just falls apart.
Okay.
But it comes all the way back into a circle. Whereas like the last one, which is the Bondsmith, has adhesion and tension, which he can. I don't exactly know what it means yet, but they seem to be the most powerful of those groups.
Okay.
So I'll just say that. But his other series that wrote, which is I think a little bit more well known, even though he considers the Stormlight Archive his magnum opus, which is Mistborn. Their whole like kind of magic system is all based on something called allomancy, and it's all metal based. If you're what they call a mistling, or a mistborn,
Okay.
There's two things. You can control metals. So the mist lings can do one thing, and not just metals. They can do other things. So they can control emotions in people. They can control metal.
That's a lot better than controlling metal.
They can see in the dark. They get super strength. They can see where other metals are at. Those are just some of the abilities they can do just by burning metal, is what they call it. So you gotta ingest a specific type of metal in order to do it.
That doesn't sound good.
It's not, I thought the same thing when I first started reading it, but really it's shavings of metal, and you drink it in an alcohol solution, and then while it's in your in your stomach, you burn it. So it doesn't, wouldn't tear you up on the inside.
I don't know, man.
But the Mistborn, they can do all those things.
End up in your bloodstream and shit. It's called mercury poisoning.
Yeah, mercury's not one of the metals.
Or lead.
Lead is not one of the metals either.
I don't know.
It's either specific metals or alloys.
Yeah.
So like pewter is one of them. That's like one of the most basic ones that increases your strength, your agility, your toughness. You okay there?
Nah, I almost died.
Oh, okay. I'll stop talking then.
No, don't worry about it.
But that's the kind of system that Mistborn's based around, is
If I die,
Allomancy.
keep talking.
And that's a series that has 9 books, or it's going to have 9 books. So I'm on the first one still. I don't know where it's going to go from there. So I guess we'll see. The whole series is all kind of
gonna die. They're eating metal. Come on.
the whole series is kind of based around if the world had a hero, and they collectively gave that hero powers, and then he just didn't give them back when he was done, and he became like a tyrant.
Okay.
That's what the kind of the series is based around.
Who would give powers back if you could just become a tyrant?
Well, that was the whole point of why Rome had a Caesar,
Mm-hmm.
is he was appointed that role, and he would give it back when he was done.
Right.
But Julius Caesar didn't.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Because why would you?
Yeah, because
I'd be a villain if I had powers.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's the whole great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
And also the other, what is it? Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, let's talk about the other thing that's big right now.
Yeah,
with
something
us.
else happened in our lives.
We fucking started a new campaign.
Finally.
I know.
He's not running it.
No, I'm not. I'm actually a player in this one. So our buddy Zach, who is probably our best listener.
Yeah. Most consistent.
Most consistent listener. He's running a game in a D&D 5e. It's their newest, I'm pretty sure their newest module that came out, Icewind Dale.
I think so, yeah.
Which is pretty good.
It's a fun setting so far.
Yeah, fun setting so far.
3 sessions.
Yeah, 3 sessions in.
Today we're playing our third?
Yeah, today's our third. So we're going to be playing after this comes out. Yeah, because our first session was a 0 session.
Right.
So that doesn't count. So yeah, third. Yeah.
Right. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I like it so far. I'm playing a different type of character than I've ever played before.
Same.
Yeah, you're playing a Warforged. Which man, I didn't know that they had all those traits.
Those aren't necessarily.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Fun. There's a secondary rule, not a secondary rule, but like an alternative rule that you can have for Warforged, where they have certain traits. You get like a list of 100, roll a d100, and then you can pick them randomly or just pick whatever ones you want. And some of them are pretty great. Like you don't know the forcefulness of your high fives.
I just like high fives, so
yeah, and then you did it to my character and nearly broke his arm.
Oh man, it's been a lot of fun.
Oh, you don't understand how winking works?
I'm also way too heavy for chairs.
Yeah, you can't sit down. I think that's hilarious. You also have compartments that you can store things in. This last session made me laugh real hard.
You're gonna love the one I came up with last. I haven't had a chance to use it yet.
Okay.
It's gonna be great.
Hopefully you use it tonight. My favorite one that you didn't pick was the winch that you can.
That just seemed too useful.
It does seem too useful, but it's also funny too to think about, because it's like you're a transformer at that point.
Yeah.
Because a Warforged can, if they have a winch, it's in their mouth and their throat, and they just open up their head, and then a winch pops out like a Pez dispenser. I think that's how they describe it too, as a Pez dispenser. Yeah. Oh man, that's so great. Your character's great.
Yeah, it's really fun.
I hope mine's not annoying.
Nah, you just look drunk.
I'm not a drunk though. That's the thing. Like I'm pretending to be more of a buffoon than I am. To be honest with you.
I mean, drunks don't know they're drunks. So maybe you're just.
You guys did this with my other character, Donovan.
He was a fucking drunk.
He was a drunk. You turned him into a drunk. I remember specifically telling you that he only drinks when he's off duty. And then everybody kept saying how he was a drunk, so I just played along with it. He's a good drunk, though. He's powerful. We didn't go very far in that campaign, though. That sucks. Yeah. But, no, my character's just... Yeah, it's okay. This character is just kind of a dick.
We're all having fun with it.
Yeah, we're all having fun with it. My character's a chain smoker, too, and I bought fake cigarettes.
Shut up with a fake cigarette.
It helps me get into character. What can I say?
Yeah, I mean, you're not even talking or interacting with the group sometimes, and you'll just be over at the table puffing and ashing your fake cigarette.
Devin lost his shit. I wasn't even doing anything. I was sitting there typing on my iPad, and I had a cigarette just dangling from my mouth. He looked at me and just fucking lost it. We had to stop doing what we were doing for a second because we all started laughing. And I was the only one who was like, what? That's great. Yeah, you're right. We'll just be talking, and I'm like not even doing anything. I just like, and then I'll just ash it a little bit.
If you have a group of friends that are nerds, play D&D.
Oh, for sure. Because you guys, collectively, we were all good friends when we didn't play, but we all became better friends when we started playing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, man. I don't think we would have been as close, honestly, if we didn't play D&D.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I don't even like you that much.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Awkward.
Yeah, awkward. No, I love playing D&D. It's just a good way to forget about shit.
Good release at the end of the week.
For sure.
In our case now, every other week.
Yeah, every other week.
Fine.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
It's great considering I had a year off.
Yeah, we all had a year off. I was gonna wait till I got inoculated, but I'm doing that tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna go get my 5G chip.
Nice.
This background will be what I see every day because of it.
Just an overlay.
Yeah, just an overlay. Yeah, because Bill Gates.
Yep.
You see the.
That.
I saw a really good one on Facebook. I don't even really go on Facebook anymore, but I went on there and somebody posted a picture. They have a tattoo. Somebody had a tattoo of Bill Gates, and they said, "I got my COVID vaccine, and this showed up on my arm the next day." Oh, it's great. I laughed my ass off. I should have saved that picture and sent it to you.
That's some good shit.
Oh man, yeah. I'm definitely gonna go get it though. I'm not afraid. I just want to get it done over with.
Yeah, that's fair. A couple of our friends got them yesterday, actually.
Yeah, a couple more are getting them tomorrow too, because we're all on the same day. I'm pretty certain. Yeah, I was gonna say Zach and Marshall, I think, are getting them on Monday too.
We'll get vaccinated.
Yeah. Hey, do a service for your country or your friends and your relatives.
Old people.
Yeah. I'm doing it for my grandparents, to be honest with you. I ain't doing it for me.
Straight up.
Because, I mean, I don't care. I don't really care about my my well-being.
Yeah, I could use a week off work, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. Nah. I just don't want them to get it. Well, my grandpa just got fully vaccinated, and my uncle, I think, just got fully vaccinated. Now my grandma's going to be tomorrow. I am taking her there because her appointment's before mine.
Gotcha.
In the same place.
Yeah.
She's going to get her second shot, and I'll get my first. So, yeah, I'm going to get my 5G, man, finally. See how good that internet is.
I heard it's blazing fast.
I've heard it's blazing fast, too. That's what T-Mobile says. Oh, man. It's funny troubleshooting those issues at work. People are like, my 5G's not working. I'm like, oh, it's not working because there's no 5G around here.
Yeah, we don't live in a city.
Yeah, exactly. You want good 5G? Go to Tampa.
Yeah. Leave here.
Yeah, leave here. There's one little spot, apparently, in the next county over that has 5G.
I can just imagine everybody congregating.
I know, all the old people
is.
doing it. Yeah, because that's where it is, in the old people community.
Not surprised.
I know, I'm not surprised
That's
either.
all we got around here.
I know. That's why I haven't upgraded my phone, to be honest with you.
Sure, there's no reason to.
Mm-mm.
There's never a reason to upgrade your phone anymore. Unless your phone dies, there's
Yeah.
no need.
I know. I mean, there was a need from like the 7 or 8 to the X.
Sure, that's 3 years.
Yeah, but there wasn't really a big need between the X and the 11, but I did go with the 11 Pro because I wanted the cameras. But I mean, between this and the 12, There ain't no 5G here. Ain't no. It's not worth it. So that's just my opinion.
Hey, I mean, good on you. You saved $1,000.
Yeah, my phone's almost paid off.
Nope.
I can't remember the last time I did that.
Yeah.
I'll probably pay that off and keep that phone just to be on the safe side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's paid off.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got yours before I got this one though. Because you really need a phone. I remember you had that iPhone 7 for forever.
From the 7 to the 10s.
Yeah, I went from a 7 to a 10s too, I think, or no, just to the X. Yeah, I didn't have the S. I just had the X because there was no difference between the two. Literally no difference. Not that I can remember. We've been around for all those phone launches, so
I hate it.
Yeah, they suck. Mm-hmm. I do remember the big one was for me was the 6 to the 7 because you got that thumbprint reader.
What?
Yeah, Touch ID.
Yeah, phone 6 said.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm losing my marbles then.
Yeah, must be.
I do like the facial ID or Face ID better.
I hate Face ID.
Because of the masks?
Nope, I hated it before that.
Did you?
It's just a lot less consistent.
Oh, it's always been consistent for me.
Touch ID works every time unless you just got out of the shower.
Yeah, true. Or you're an old person. I'm trying to read what you're typing here.
Touch ID.
Came out in 2013. 5S. Did it really with the 5S? Okay, my 5. I had a 5 and it sucked big time. That's the only phone that I hated.
I had a 5S.
And then my 6S died on me because of Pokemon Go.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, I know. I never played it after that.
I still have my iPhone 7 for when I'm not at home and want to do Pokemon Go.
Oh, God.
I just hotspot my phone.
Man, everybody was playing it at a time. Everybody. Do you remember...
2016 was crazy.
I know, 2016 was crazy. Do you remember... I'm not going to, again, say where we work, but do you remember there was a Focus? Or before they were called Focuses. It used to come in emails.
You just gave it away.
Yeah, I know. For anybody who knows. It was a regular email, and it was... When Pokemon Go came out, it's like... You could submit your store to be a stop.
Really? I don't remember that.
You don't remember that? I got an email and I submitted our store for a stop.
Didn't happen.
It did not happen because we're not a stop. But the fountain next to us is a stop.
Close enough.
I guess, yeah.
If you're on that side of the store, it works.
I remember we did put up some shippers right at the front of the store. It was battery packs and water and...
the same stuff when there's a hurricane.
Yeah, same stuff when there's a hurricane, yeah. And it said... want to get some stuff for Pokemon Go, or I can't remember what it said.
Yeah,
I think Marshall set that up.
Pokemon Go supplies.
I remember when he came in the store like all red in the face, sweating like bullets. I'm like, dude, what happened? Did you run away from the cops or something? He goes, no, I'm playing Pokemon Go. I'm like, fuck, holy shit.
Shit's intense.
No shit. I wasn't playing at that time. Then I was like, I guess I should probably play this.
He did lose some weight when he was walking all the time playing Pokemon Go.
I never
guess
walked.
a lot of people did.
I didn't. I drove everywhere and played it. The irresponsible guy like me.
Just take the golf cart around.
Yeah, exactly. Devin and I would have so many late nights of us just driving around looking for Pokemon. Oh man, I remember the closest I ever got to what was it? It wasn't a Charizard. It was the...
Can't help you. There's 700 Pokemon.
One of the original 3.
Blastoise.
No, not Blastoise.
Venusaur.
No.
Those are the 3.
No, those aren't the 3.
Those are the starters. What are you talking about?
No, the 3 starters.
Yeah.
What are they?
Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur.
Maybe it was Charizard. No. Not their evolved forms. Their base forms.
Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle.
It was Charmander. That's what it was.
There it is.
I couldn't find a Charmander. I found one, and motherfucker got away from me. I was like, fuck this. I quit, yeah. Oh, man.
I'll never forget our boss handing me his phone while I was on the clock to go to what used to be Five Guys.
Yeah.
Just because that
was a gym.
That's the gym.
Yeah.
And it was a raid, and I forget what Pokemon he wanted. But at that moment, I was a professional Pokemon Go player.
Yeah, because you were getting paid to do it.
Amen.
Yeah. Remember what everybody...
Highlight of my career.
Remember everybody had their Snorlax named Evan? Everybody in the store was naming their Snorlax Evan.
Mine still is.
Yeah. I didn't bother me. It doesn't. I just think it's funny. Everybody's like, yeah, we all name our Snorlax as Evan. I'm like, all right, I guess. I was like, I don't know whether to be offended or flattered.
Yeah, a little bit of both.
A little bit of both, I guess. So.
I want to get a giant Snorlax meat bag.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool.
Is there a thing you can buy?
Yeah, I know.
There's also a giant Lapras one.
Really? Pull it up. I want to see. They don't have a giant Dragonite one, unfortunately.
I don't have enough Dragonite stuff. You know that?
That is pretty cool. You could ride that guy.
Yeah, she is. 6.5 foot wide Lapras sofa.
Straight from Japan.
Here's this nice one.
I know.
Nice.
Look at him. He's so happy.
He's loving life.
What's his base form? Is it Munchlax?
Yeah, so it was just Snorlax.
Yeah, I remember.
But
yeah.
then later on, they added, we call them baby evolutions.
Oh, okay. Kind of like how Pikachu is the Pichu. Yeah.
That's Munchlax.
See, he's just chilling. He looks like he wants to eat something. He's like, hey guys, let's go get food.
Well, Munch is in his name, so I get it.
Yeah. Oh, man. I always hated getting Dittos. Fuck that guy. Looks like you're getting something good. No, it turned out to be a Ditto. That sucked.
Yeah.
No,
man. Hey, finally got an Bulbous.
Oh, yeah, no. Finally got a Charmander. Oh, fucking Ditto. That happened with a Pikachu I was getting.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know. Man, speaking of Pokemon, that movie, Detective Pikachu.
Great movie.
That movie's pretty good.
When I say great movie, I don't mean it, but it's good.
It's not bad.
It's fun.
It's fun. I like how they explained why that Pikachu has a voice.
Yeah.
They gave it a reason.
Yeah.
He just doesn't, just talk for no reason.
Yeah, it was the kid's dad.
It was the kid's dad, who's Ryan Reynolds. The kid's dad was Ryan Reynolds.
Because of course it was.
Yeah, because of course it was. Yeah, because he was Pikachu.
I still wish I had been Danny DeVito.
Oh,
they kicked that around for a while.
I know.
Yeah.
Also, they kicked around doing a R-rated version of it.
You know, but he's the voice of Detective Pikachu in the game.
Is he really?
Pikachu. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so funny.
He doesn't have very many lines.
Oh.
The DS game.
I kind of want to do my Danny DeVito impression, but I feel like I'd be yelling the whole time.
I mean,
it started blasting. Him and it's always sunny. Like he's like the best part of that show.
I watched a YouTube video where he was breaking down all his like iconic roles.
Yeah.
That.
Oh man,
the
Penguin twins, Matilda. Is her dad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't know this, but the girl who played Matilda, her mom was really sick at the time.
Oh.
Yeah, and so Danny DeVito and his wife, who was her mom, also in the movie, they took care of her a lot while they were on set and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. I like reading stories like that.
Yeah,
that gives me hope for humanity. Also, Google a picture for me real quick.
Okay.
It's Danny DeVito walking his dogs.
Sure it is.
He looks happy while he's doing it.
Danny DeVito walking dogs.
Yeah. It looks like a dachshund, I think. Yeah, wearing a tutu. It's not from anything. That's just him in real life.
I'm against dogs in clothing, but aside from that,
what the fuck?
Yeah, Internet's a great place.
Internet is a great place. What the hell is that?
Danny DeVito's dog.
Danny DeVito dog. Oh God, he doesn't deserve that. We don't deserve that, man.
Cling on to whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, it's true.
That's the moral of today's episode.
Oh, that is the moral of today's episode.
Snyder Cut. For me, it's Pokemon. For Danny DeVito, it's two dudes and dogs.
It's true, yeah.
Dogs
and tutus.
Really
I think that scene in Batman '89, Batman Returns, where he bit that dude's nose was not scripted, and only him and that actor knew that was going to happen.
At least he warned the other actor.
I would hope so, but I'm pretty certain everybody's shock is because that actually was something that wasn't scripted.
I mean, some of the best moments in the film.
That's true. Oh man, I'm remembering that movie like a fever dream sometimes, because it's not good. It's a gem. Like I know some people will be like, "Oh, what are you saying? It's not good." I'm sorry, it's just not the best. But like Christopher Walken's character, what the fuck was he supposed to be? Because I don't remember that guy being a character in the series or the mythos like at the time. He's just some dude with like white hair that's shooting out everywhere like he touched a fucking electric box or something.
That's what he is. That's his character.
That's weird. Not only that, but like Michael Keaton Like, I remember at the end where he's like confronting Selena Kyle, and he's like just takes his cowl and like rips it like it's rubber. What? Take it off like you normally take it off. Why don't you just do that? But he can't because it's attached to his fucking shoulders. I found out watching something on YouTube. I think it was another channel, Mr. Sunday Movies. He was talking about the original Batman '89, and Michael Keaton's suit was so rigid he couldn't stand up. So, like, when he's in the Batmobile, they had to crane him out. And there's no shots of him getting up from the Batmobile. It's just him standing in the Batmobile. I'm not kidding, dude. They had to crane him out every time. Awful. I know. It is awful. That movie was just... Ooh, man.
I have to go watch it again.
Yeah, definitely. Also, like, his cape is a little inconsistent because, like, it's... like leather, and then at one point he like opens it up and it's like all these, you know, like it's metal. Like it's metal, yeah, would come out, and so he could glide properly with it. Are you looking it up? No. I don't want to either. Oh man, those movies were something. It's at the time they were referencing things that you wouldn't normally see in like a comic book movie, like this is a deep cut for some people, but if anybody had seen or read or heard of the Dark Knight Returns series by Frank Miller, there was a whole thing where there was an island under siege called Corta Maltese.
Okay.
And that's like a deep cut reference, and Vicky Vale was coming back from there at the time of the movie. And then like they talked about Harvey Dent, and that was Billy D. Williams. He played Harvey Dent, and he was gonna be Two-Face. After Batman Returns, but then, you know, Tommy Lee Jones ended up becoming him instead. Yeah. That movie sucks.
Aww.
That movie really sucks for a lot of reasons. The Riddler sucked. Two-Face sucked.
We got a good Riddler.
No, but we're going to get a good one here soon with this next movie. This Pat Bat one. Yeah. Paul Dano. He's kind of like a character actor. He was like, I can only name him in like 2 movies. One is There Will Be Blood. He's in that movie, and then the other one is it's a movie called Prisoner, I think.
Okay, so he just doesn't exist.
No, he's like he does exist. He's just kind of a weird dude.
His face looks like
he's been acting for a long time. Yeah, almost 20 years.
Few episodes of The Sopranos.
Was he in The Sopranos? Oh shit! I don't remember. In season 4, I have to go back and watch that. I just rewatched that not too long ago. Zach was calling me a second ago.
I have.
Hang on. You go ahead.
I've watched a couple episodes of The Sopranos recently, but only because I've been listening to like Joey Diaz tell stories.
Joey Diaz.
He's like the guy.
You gotta pull up who he is. Oh, Pussy.
Is that,
yeah, Big Pussy. Yeah. Right. Pussy Bumpin' Sarah is his name, yeah.
Who's a Cuban guy.
Is he?
Yeah, who just plays an Italian because he grew up in New Jersey.
Wait, is that? Like that? Who that? I'm sorry, I gotta move in a little bit. No, was he in The Sopranos?
I thought so. Or at least he looks like it.
He looks like... No, I don't think that's him. I'm doing a disservice to my fellow Sopranos people.
Oh no, only in the parody.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because he does look like the guy who plays Big Pussy.
All right, I've been watching it for no reason, but
okay.
Still good.
Zach, what do you want? Okay. Anyways,
entitled.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. Yeah, Sopranos, good show. Watch that. Yeah.
I've only seen bits and pieces, but I started watching it recently.
It's a good show. Like, it's of its time, but like it still holds up. It's funny. I always thought it was funny. Like Joey Pants, Joey Pantolianos, I think is his name. Yeah, he was in The Matrix.
Okay.
He's Cypher in The Matrix.
Yeah.
And they referenced The Matrix, and it's specifically his character talking about how he loves that movie.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I know. It's funny though. There's this other podcast I've been listening to. I'm not gonna call them out, but they do a lot of impressions of The Sopranos because they were all watching it around the same time.
Okay,
it's just funny. Yeah, I'm not gonna reference it because there's some derogatory things. But anyways, mostly Italian stuff.
Sure.
We wouldn't understand.
That's a quarter of my heritage.
Oh, I won't say anything then.
I'm offended.
No, not really that bad. But I like how one of them has a pretty good Tony Soprano impression. Like when he's mad, Tony talks through his teeth like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, "You want to fucking do this?"
It's a good character.
I know, yeah, I'm trying. And then one does a really good Christopher. He's like, "Tone, I don't know, He talks like that. He's like, he's like, "I'm sorry."
I love old mobster stuff.
I know, it's so good. Honestly, like, some of my favorite movies are mob movies, like, Goodfellas, The Departed, Casino. That's good. I liked The Irishman. It's a really long movie, and I know you'll never watch it, but it's a good movie. I just like anything that Pacino and De Niro do.
Yeah.
And I forgot his name now. Yeah. Anyways, the other guy.
Guy who does the mob stuff.
Yeah. Anything those guys do with Martin Scorsese is gonna be good. That's just me though. But
well, that's fair.
Yeah.
You know what else is fair?
What?
Let's go play D&D.
Yeah, let's go play some D&D. Is it that time? Yeah, it's almost that time. I'm gonna leave you guys with this. No, I'm not. It's a bad impression of Al Pacino.
Do it.
Oh, so I hear you paint walls. He's from The Irishman. And then Robert De Niro's like, "Yes, sir. Yes, I can do that, sir. Yep." All right, cut it, because I'm gonna make an ass of myself.
Come back for more next time.